Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing. And we are a whopping 8 races into this whole thing, and we're only up by 10. So we're kinda in weird territory right now. I need to pick up a couple of wins, otherwise I'm going to be in a very bad place that I don't want to be in, because these races are going to start getting a lot harder. So I need to hope for some not bad things, and this is exactly what I was hoping to avoid. Let's change the song, by the way. We've been running on Night Hunt for a little while here. We'll do this one. The song is also very weird, but for some reason I like it. It has very obscure noises in it. It kind of bothers me a little bit, but at the same time I'm just like, you know what? I'm a weird guy. I can identify with weird things. Oh boy. I don't know how we lived through that. Normally, my car would have probably blown up to living hell. But not this time. Oh no. I think probably my least favorite tracks to play in this game are backward and mirrored ones. It's already hard enough trying to like figure out where things are when you have to do it backwards the first time, and then when you have to do it that way when things are flipped the other way, you're just like, I don't understand! There's too many things wrong with this! But we will make it back. It's not looking hot right now, but when things cool down, we'll be fine. You know what's really weird is like trying to get used to not having a roommate again. By the way, my roommate that was living here with me, the guy that was working with me, one of my coworkers, he actually he no longer works for us anymore. So it's kind of weird to get used to that again, because he actually, truth be told, he definitely worked for my business longer than I have. Like he's worked there, or he worked for us for 13 years. But you know, we finally decided that because of what's going on with the business lately, like we didn't really have much of a choice, that we had to let him go because, you know, money is just too tight right now. Which that is already proving to be a very interesting thing in itself right now, because we're having a little bit of a struggle trying to figure out what we're going to do with the schedule, so that's never a good thing. But you know what, I'll tell you one thing, it was really weird living with him. Like, there were a couple different occasions where he wanted to get a place with me, and I was kind of reluctant about it because, like, he's like 6 years older than me, so I mean, not like that was really weird, but he's just a really weird guy. Like, I didn't, like, he's a cool guy, like, you know, we're good friends and everything, but he is just, like, a guy that I don't know if I could have really lived with him. And even weirder, the fact that, you know, that we both lived together in my parents' house, like, or in a weirder sense, in his boss's house. And that was just a very weird dynamic altogether. And so, there were just, like, a whole bunch of different things that would go on that were just weird in general. Not to mention that he had so many weird little quirks about him that I just couldn't stand. Like the way that he washes his hands pissed me off. Like he's one of those guys that, you know, like when you're washing your hands, and like some people will do that thing where they make that weird like suction farting noise that's really awkward, that type of thing. I just spit all over my screen doing that. But like, He did that every fucking time he washed his hands, and he would just do it over and over and over, and it was just the most fucking pissing me off thing that there was. And then there was the matter of, you know, whenever he'd take a shower, he'd lose just a shitload of hair all the time, and there would just be hair in the drain, and like probably every week and a half to 2 weeks, we'd have to, you know, go and unclog the shower because there was so much of this damn long-ass curly hair in there, and he'd always make a mess around the sink, and he was just, oh no! Shit. Oh no. That could have just ruined my first place finish, and I had control of it too, damn it. Oh boy, hold on, we'll get back to this story in a second. I gotta make a move here. I don't think I'm gonna get it though. I think the bigger thing here is that I need to finish without blowing myself up at the end like I did last time we did this. Oh, I can. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Oh, damn it. Couldn't quite get there. That actually sounded like I was trying to take a shit. And for some reason that paused. That was really weird. I apologize for that. I don't know why that happened. Oh, I know what it was. That stupid-ass Apple software thing. Alright, we're good. We're good. And we're up by 12 now, so that's good. The guy who was in 3rd place ended up taking that one. Hey, regular track 2. Okay, I'm cool with that. We can take another shot at that shortcut now. The one with the truck. So we'll see if we can do it. We'll change it. You know what? We'll go back to doing this. We'll do random again. Let's get. Nope. 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 Oh, come on. Come on. Eh, whatever. Well, we'll go with it. Or not. I guess we won't. It's weird, because there's times that I can't stand the soundtrack of this game, and then there's times that, like, I just don't mind it. Like, I'm having one of those days where it just doesn't bother me. Like, normally, I really have to avoid, like, 65% of the songs on this thing, because I just can't handle them. But today, I'm in a better mood. Kinda, sorta. I don't know how we got through that tunnel, by the way. Normally, when I start skidding around like that, like, the game is pretty much over in there. That's one where you gotta be so damn careful with everything that you do in there that one false move and you're up to your knees in shit, more or less. I mean, literally and figuratively, because it's a sewer. But, yeah, dude, so, like, there was just all of those things that he did that were just annoying. And then there was, like, one of the other ones that, like, for whatever reason, it'd be late at night, and he just has no semblance of knowing when not to be listening to things extremely loud in his room. Like, it'd be like 1:30 in the morning, and, like, my dad's downstairs sleeping on the couch, and he is just blaring a movie at, like, warp 90 in there. Okay, here we go. We gotta do this. Oh. No! Boy, I really fucked up on that one. It's so hard to gauge what speed to do that at. But I digress. Well, it's gonna be another time where we're just not gonna be able to do it, unless I can make up a lot of ground and be able to have one more shot at it. Ooh. Hey, look at that! Oh, come on! Really? That really threw off my momentum a lot. And just like that, we're right back in 8th place again. Good God. But yeah, he'd just be blaring music, like music or a movie or whatever the hell it was he was doing in there. Just hardcore, and it was so awful. Like, I'd have nights where I'd come home and I didn't want to, like, wake people up with my loud-ass Honda Accord, you know, pulling into the driveway. So I would park across the street, and I'd get out of my car, and I could hear through his window what he was watching and almost be able to understand the dialogue as plain as day because that's how loud it was. It was just insane. And, like, I told him on numerous occasions, like, dude, when you're watching stuff in your room at night, like, you need to tone it down. Like, my dad falls asleep on the couch virtually every night, and he can hear that shit. And, like, he's a dude that has enough, he has a hard enough time sleeping as it is because he has sleep apnea. So the last thing he needs is having a whole bunch of random gunshots and loud-ass yelling and noises going on if he doesn't have to, you know? But, and he'd do it for a while, and then he just would stop doing it again. And there was like, at a lot of times, there was just like this big lack of respect, and I couldn't stand it. He was a nice guy, but my God, just, you know, you're living in your boss's house, for God's sakes. Like, you'd think you'd want to be doing whatever you can to not ruffle their feathers at all, but you know, he did not do that. And the other big thing that pissed me off, I mean, this is just things my roommate did that pissed me off day to day, pretty much. But he first of all, he was just like he is the ultimate hoarder, man. Like, there'd be times I'd walk by his room and he had the door open a little bit, and there was maybe, and I'm saying this generously, there was maybe like 30% visibility of the floor in that room. Like, it was just filled to the brim with just random shit. And, like, he'd go to Goodwill all the time after work, and he'd just come back with just a whole bunch of random stuff that he has no use for at all. Like, he'd come back from there with just like a random, like, garbage bag full of golf balls and like a baseball bat, and like And oh no! Shit. Oh no. We done ruined it. We done ruined it. No way in hell we're gonna get first place now, just because of one little tiny thing. Oh no. Oh god. Come on, baby. Yeah, he'd come back with just all these... He bought like a keyboard synthesizer thing. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm into the piano now all of a sudden. It's like, just stick with something. Like, that was like his biggest flaw, you know? Is that he more than likely was probably one of the smartest people that I've ever known. But he had like the least amount of drive to get things done. He had like no... Oh boy. Oh. Yep, this thing ended up being an absolute mess. We just got 7th place. Fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. He just had to come slipping right by me at the end. Oh no, that's a 6-point lead. Yikes. Okay, this is instant points. This will be a quick win, provided I don't do something stupid in here too. Oh god, but yeah, dude, he's like one of the smartest dudes that I know, but he has no drive to do anything, and it's just like the saddest thing to watch, because he has all of these ideas they're all really good ideas. Like he was a really intelligent, really skilled programmer, and you know, he never really applied it ever. Like, he had all these different things that he wanted to do with it. He had all these different programs that he wanted to, you know, that he wanted to create, and he never did anything with any of it. He'd get like way into it for like a week, and then he just totally would just like give up on it, or he just, you know, he'd get sucked into something else completely off the wall, and then he'd never end up completing it. And he'd get sucked into this other thing he'd go way into, and end up never completing that one either. So he just has like almost like attention deficit with that type of stuff, and it was just a giant bummer. And he's just like the biggest part of it is just because he's lazy, you know. And like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not, because I think we all have that at times where, you know, you get stricken with laziness, because it's way easier to not do something than it is to have to do something. I mean, you have to be able to tell yourself, guess what, me, I gotta get up and do something now. But it's way easier just to be like, you know what, I'll do it later, and I'll do it later, and I'll do it later. Which is pretty much exactly what the entire premise of him living with me was, is that, you know, he used to live with another ex-coworker of mine, and he was living there for a while, and they ended up moving, and so they didn't really tell him anything about, you know, that they were doing that, and they just kind of were like, hey, by the way, we're moving in like a couple of weeks, so you got to get all your stuff out. And so we kind of extended to him as like a courtesy. We're like, well, you know, while you're looking for a place to stay, you can stay with us for a while. And so, you know, it ended up being fine, and it was designed to be like a transitional thing, you know, where he was only going to stay with us for maybe a few months while he got himself all put together. And then it just turned into this situation where he just never left. I mean, he ended up living with us for like 15 months or something like that. So it was just like I don't want to say mooching necessarily, but it kind of sort of was. Because like he instead of, you know, saving up money to be able to, you know, get his whole driver's license situation in order, and, you know, kind of figuring out what he was going to do, like, he just would frivolously blow his money on things that really wasn't going to benefit him in the long run. Like, that guy had one of the worst habits of compulsively buying things that had no real use in his life, really. And so it was kind of frustrating. But I think one of the things that got me the worst, though, out of all the weird little quirks that he had that were, you know, marginally to moderately upsetting, and this one took the cake. There would just be random times where I would get home and I'd go to the bathroom, and he would have used it beforehand, and he would have taken a piss, and he would have just left it in there. he just left it in the bowl. I just you know, walk into the bathroom and look in the toilet, and there's just a bunch of piss in there. And it's like, really, man? Like, are you really that lazy that you can't flush the damn toilet after you've taken a piss in there? Like, how hard is that? You pee and you just put your hand over the thing and you just whoosh, and then the thing goes down and you're done. Like, how hard is that? I can't think of a time that I've ever taken a piss and just left it in the toilet. Like, I've never been able to understand how that happens sometimes. It is just the weirdest thing. And now it's weird because now that he's not living here, my house is so damn quiet. Like, I almost can't, like, get used to that either. It's, I don't know, the whole thing is just fucking weird. So, with that in mind, we had kind of a rough go in this episode. We really did. I mean, we're 11 races in now. We're almost halfway. And we're holding on for dear life to a very slim 11-point lead. And it's going to get a lot harder from here. Especially because we still haven't done track 6 yet in any format. And that's one that can really get ugly. So I'm getting kind of weary about that. But we will save that for another time. So, when we come back on the next installment of Let's Play San Francisco Rush, we are going to move on and hit the 50% mark of this little experiment here, of this Let's Play, I guess you could say, even though I'll be doing the bonus episode later. But, yes, this has been your host, AMF1534, saying thank you guys for stopping by and watching and listening to me bitching about my ex-roommate that was a really cool guy, but just kind of did things that pissed me off, and I felt like talking about it. So you guys take care, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.